If your master plan is shaking a fence, you're not stopping federal law. You're making a TikTok, okay? Let me show you what resistance looks like, what actual rage look like. Look at them coming. Yeah, short clip, but this is cosplay resistance right here. Rattle a barrier, chant some slogans, post a reel. Yeah, that isn't policy. That isn't strategy. It's definitely not stopping the removals either. Meanwhile, in the real world, agents were already moving inside a New Jersey warehouse, y'all. Check this out.
It appears ICE agents are ramping up enforcement in New Jersey again. Federal immigration authorities hit at least 2 areas, Trenton and Edison, in the last 24 hours, detaining dozens of workers during a sweeping operation. Details about the purpose and people targeted in the operation are still unclear, leaving many to wonder where agents will turn up next. Our senior correspondent, Joanna Gagos, is standing by in Edison with the latest. Hey, Joe, good to see you. So what can you tell us?
Brianna, here's what we know so far. Yesterday at around 9 a.m., Border Patrol agents came to this warehouse facility in Edison where they carried out one of the largest detention operations so far under this administration. Wow. We know that dozens of individuals who were here in the country without legal status were detained by the Border Patrol agents. I spoke to an employee who happened to be outside on a break when they first arrived. He said several of the cars, dozens of cars showed up. The first several were unmarked. He said that at the time that he realized who was actually here, he went inside. By that point, there were already agents inside. Employees were lined up against the wall to verify their identification. He said that he saw dozens of people being arrested, being detained. We spoke to some immigration advocates who were called to the scene about what they know took place.
Now, key phrase. She said that they were illegals. She definitely did. Y'all heard that. Illegal status.
We know took place.
At the beginning, from what the security guard told us, it was about 30 people.
Edison's mayor told the New York Times that 29 people were arrested and that the mayor's office and Edison Police Department were aware that the raid would take place. The warehouse facility receives foreign goods, which CBP, Customs and Border Patrol, has said gives them the authority to conduct surprise inspections like yesterday's. We reached out to CBP and ICE to confirm the details of yesterday's operation, but haven't yet heard back. Carlos Castaneda is with Dyer and Cosecha and says they're now working to track down who was taken and communicate with their family members.
We were able to identify one place, which is what we call the black site of ICE in Friedrichshain Avenue in Newark. And as of today, we still don't know if they've been transferred from Friedrichshain to the Delaney Hall or the Elizabeth Detention Center.
Some would say that that's what happens when you come into the country without legal status or without going through the proper channels. What do you say to that?
Well, I say that most of these families have a legal process in place. Again, have asylum.
He can't even say legal. It sounds like he still said illegal.
To that.
Well, I say that most of these families have a legal process in place. Again, have asylum cases still going on. As this administration has said in the past, it doesn't matter if you have an asylum case pending. It doesn't matter you have an illegal process proceeding pending. You still be taken, picked up, and detained. Even people with DACA, right? We've seen recipients of DACA being detained, arrested, and being held in these detention centers.
New Jersey's 2 U.S. senators issued a statement today criticizing the Trump administration's actions, saying yesterday's chaotic raid on a shipping warehouse in Edison, which resulted in multiple injuries, serves as yet another stark reminder that despite Trump's pledge to go after the so-called worst of the worst, his administration is instead just terrorizing workers and immigrant communities. Now, we also know that there was a separate ICE operation that took place today in Trenton. We know that Border Patrol agents approached 3 individuals who were day laborers. They were undocumented individuals.
See, this is the thing. They keep trying to sell us this whole sob story, but then they tell us the truth within it. They already admitted that they had illegal status. Then they go to, they're undocumented, which is illegal status. But, right before that, during all of this, they trying to pivot to basically the Trump administration is terrorizing communities. When in fact, we know that that is not the case. These people are simply doing their jobs. And this job has been done under even the previous administration, despite them causing this chaos.
Approached 3 individuals who were day laborers. They were undocumented individuals. We know that 1 person was detained. 2 actually ran away from the ICE agents. We spoke to some immigration advocates who arrived there and had more on what took place.
They fled. We're not sure of their whereabouts. But there was no search warrants. There's no judicial warrants. So we definitely know that it was not somebody targeted. Like they say, there's no criminal activity here.
Ana Paola Pazmiño leads the organization Resistencia de Acción. One of their members was arrested during the incident for interfering with the operation. That person has since been released.
Right now, we're really mostly concerned about the families.
These groups will now work to communicate with all of those who were taken and connect them to legal counsel. In Edison, I'm Joanna Gagis, NJ Spotlight News.
Wow. Now, here's the substance, okay? A facility receiving foreign goods equals CBP, ICE, authority for surprise inspections. Workers lined up, IDs verified, dozens detained, and the mayor's office knew. Yeah, they knew it was coming. Street theater doesn't override federal law. The warehouse raid went through, and the politics that keeps this cycle spinning. Listen to Boston real quick.
We stand with immigrants. You belong here. Somos una ciudad de inmigrantes. Boston doesn't back down. We are a city where the Irish coffee is strong and our opinions are stronger. We may not always agree or see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we are a family. If you come for one of us, you will get all of us. We stand with immigrants.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Mayor Wu, Michelle Wu, saying, we stand with immigrants. You belong here. Yeah, that plays well at the podium. Leadership is compassion and rules, though, okay? When City Hall's, signals blanket protection, the bill lands on neighborhoods. Under the table labor, strange services, interns quiet, targeted arrests and public confrontations. But down in Florida, they're celebrating fewer detention beds. Right when capacity is at a pressure point, okay?
I'm here at Alligator Alcatraz, and we are uplifting the courageous decision of Judge Williams from yesterday that orders the state and the federal government to bring no new detainees and to shut it down within 60 days. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful to the judge for being so diligent, recognizing the threats to our beautiful natural environment. I'm so grateful to the Miccosukee tribe who've always fought for this area. And I'm grateful to all of the advocates and activists who called attention to these issues, not only to the environment, but to the humanity and the lack of fair treatment, lack of access to counsel, and the deplorable conditions for people inside this facility. So thank you everyone for your advocacy, and let us hope and pray that this decision continues to move forward.
Yeah, right.
I'm here at...
Let's just read this comment from American AF. Excuse me. Trump literally won Miami-Dade County, so she's going against what people voted for. Yikes. He also added, yeah, environmental stewardship matters, but using it to kneecap detention while demanding releases is politics, not problem solving. Close beds, overload cities, then blame the feds for disorder. That's how you manufacture a crisis. Gunther, LOL, she's deranged. And when families bury loved ones, watch the internet turn a fatal crash into a petition drive, y'all.
I'm in support of Harjinder Singh. I know it was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us, and one wrong decision changed everything. A 45-year prison sentence is not justice.
It's Naprit. I support Harjinder Singh. It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake.
It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake.
It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone.
It was an accident. He made a terrible mistake, not a deliberate choice to harm anyone. He was working hard to support his family, like so many of us.
It was an accident. He was working hard to support his family.
3 Americans are dead from an illegal U-turn driven by an illegal. And 1.6 million people want counseling and community service. Justice isn't a hashtag. When reckless choices kill, accountability has to mean something. But as this petition trends outside the bubble, regular Americans are saying the quiet part out loud. Here's North Carolina, where one homeowner puts the message on his front lawn.
The sign you see here in Douglas Dietrich's yard has sparked outrage on social media. He says he put it up because he doesn't approve of illegal immigration, but there's a specific reason that his sign asks the president to start with his neighborhood.
Well, it appears that the shop has came next door to us against our wishes with illegal immigrants.
The business that he's talking about is Monkey's Garage. Shop owner Enrique Garfias says he is a legal citizen of the United States and thinks the sign is offensive, especially since it's about him.
There is so much hate already, and I don't hate him. I mean, he can do whatever he wants to. If he thinks he's right, he can do it. But people out there, they're going to see it that whatever he's doing is not right.
The sign has gained traction online with anonymous posts calling it hateful and prejudice. And now town officials are getting involved, saying it violates a Grifton town zoning ordinance. According to the town manager, that ordinance states that signs cannot be erected without a permit, something Dietrich currently does not have. The town manager says Dietrich will be served a violation notice until he gets a permit. And as far as the attention on Facebook goes, Dietrich says it only fuels him to keep the sign up.
This has just encouraged me to leave the sign up, maybe even add another sign next to it.
And Grifton's town manager told me that if Dietrich gets approved for a permit, he's more than welcome to keep the sign up here in his yard, but until then, he should not have it up. Now, Dietrich approached me here at his home right as I was about to go on the air, and he told me that he just applied for that permit around 15 minutes ago, right after he found out he was not in compliance from our reporting at 4 o'clock. I'll have more on our website later tonight. Live in Greenville, live in Pitt County, Chris Cook, WITN News.
Okay, interesting development. Thank you, Chris. Now, Dietrich told WITN part of why he was upset with Monkey's Garage was he previously tried to buy the building and was not able to. He said Garfias being able to purchase it and run a business there after that upset him. The Grifton town manager said the building has been there for 20 years and was privately owned, so the town had nothing to do with who was allowed to buy it.
I mean, that's the mood across the country. Enough chaos. Enforce the law. Antifa can't rattle fences, get away with it. They can try. City halls, can posture. Petitions can plead. But when agents walk into that warehouse The raid still went through. Now, if you want Law and Order, I think I want y'all to put in the comments today, law wins. Put that in the comments right before you subscribe if you haven't. And share this with one person who thinks theater beats enforcement. Other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.